More often than not, you can find Percy the small engine puffing along the line with a string of mail wagons. The post train is his favourite job, and he takes great pride in how well he does it. Recently, however, much of his traffic has been taken by vans and lorries. Thomas and Toby sympathised, but Harold the helicopter found it amusing. "I always said you were too slow. Buzz off, whirly-bird." "Never mind," he would say. "The roads to the villages on the branch aren't nearly good enough for the heavy road vehicles." It was a beautiful evening. The sun was setting and the air calm. A cheerful Percy arrived at the top station to see a disappointed Tom Tipper on the platform. "I'm sorry, Percy," he said, "but the postmaster's had to make budget cuts. He says that you're too uneconomical." Percy didn't quite understand what uneconomical was, but he knew he couldn't pull the post anymore. As the sacks and bags of letters and parcels were loaded into his vans, Percy no longer felt cheerful. Harold quizzed him about the issue at the airfield station. "I say, what a rum deal," he said. "Still, time moves on. You'll have other jobs." "Yes, I will," replied Percy sadly. "But that was my favourite." "Chin up, old man," comforted the helicopter. "You'll just have to make your last few deliveries the best ones you ever have." And so he did. Percy made good time every night. "Nearly at the junction," said the driver, "and we can have a rest and a drink while we wait for James's connection." Percy appreciated the rest, but was surprised when he heard a roar, a rev, and something shot past into the night. "What," Percy asked, "was that?" "One of those new postvans," called James as he rumbled in. "I delivered them last week. Didn't expect them to be this noisy. They didn't say a word when I brought them down." Soon James's mail had been transferred to Percy's wagons. It was silent as Percy rolled along the line, the only sounds being the clickety-clack of his own wheels on the track. "I'll miss this," he said quietly, when a buzzing noise struck up. "Oh, bother," he sighed. "I shan't miss that." Harold hovered overhead, swooping low and close to the little engine. "Ah! Ah! Get away!" cried Percy. "You'll squash me!" "He seemed in a hurry," commented the driver. "Goodness knows why, though. We'd best slow down to be safe." As the station came into view, Percy noticed the station master standing on the platform, talking to a rather flustered-looking man. "Something must be up," he said. He was right. The station master explained that he was one of the new postmen who had been learning the route. In the dark, he had lost his bearings and come off the road. "Tratted things near the tunnel. Harold spotted it. It's lucky he did, or you'd have had an accident." "So that's why he was flying low," said Percy. "Well, we can't just wait here," he added determinedly. "Trains must get through." We'll see what we can do, agreed the driver. When they arrived, they saw the lorry across their line. That's torn it, said the driver. We can't clear that on our own. Percy pondered for a moment. Then he smiled. We don't need to clear it, he said delightedly. We can borrow Terence. You clever old Injun, smiled the driver, and he leapt to the farmhouse. Naturally, the farmer wasn't very happy to be woken, but assisted nonetheless. A strong chain was attached between Terence and the van, and the tractor gave a great heave. Thank you, Terence, whistled Percy. No problem. Glad to see you're feeling better. And Percy hurried off to complete his journey. The next day, Percy arrived at the airfield to see a delighted Harold. You look cheery, commented Percy. Yes, I am, replied Harold. I've just heard from the Postmaster General. He's offered the Fat Controller a new contract to deliver the mail. Goodness, exclaimed Percy, but why? These new post vans weren't suited to the rural roads of Sodor, it seems, smoked Harold. Hence the accident last night. They've decided you're safer and faster after all, old chap. Percy beamed. That said, cut in Harold, I don't see why they couldn't have picked me. I'm modern. 50 years ago, maybe. More modern than you, definitely faster. Don't you remember our race? I won! On a technicality, old chap, if I'd have had a landing spot. If. Anyway, you couldn't handle one of my trains, let alone the island's mail service. You'd crash into a haystack or something. Oh dear, I think these two will be at it for some time. Don't you? That horse incident. Anyone can haul a horse. We've got vans that deal with that. You're not special, Harold. No swearing on Sodor. There's no swearing on Sodor. Thank you, you new engine, yes. Oh, I'm dying, Dan. I'm absolutely dying. Whistled Percy.